Gold and Blue Tube here with you for the post game of the Oklahoma State at West Virginia. Now you might be saying, Gold and Blue Tube, you don't look that upset. Well, I'm pretty bummed because a loss is a loss and nobody likes losing. But if you look at from the beginning of the season till now, you know that our players have improved vastly. This is not the same football team. And we have Fairweather fans still wanting Neal Brown to be fired and saying, you know, our team stinks, blah, 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 blah. It's not true. These kids are playing at a much higher level, much more competitive, especially since the Baylor, Kansas State, and this Oklahoma State game. I know, you know, losing is never a good look, but you have to look at the overall picture. Now, I wanted to go over some statistics for this game real quick. For team stats, first down, even, 18 and 18. Total yards, Oklahoma State, 285. West Virginia, 333. No turnovers for either team. So that's one thing I want to talk about is switching from Kendall to Deggy did improve our turnovers from a bunch to 0. We haven't had any turnovers since Deggy, so that's helped us. But it has also shown us that Kendall wasn't the only problem. Drop balls and especially the running game still hurting us. So we couldn't blame it all on Kendall, but the interceptions, that didn't help the argument very much. So switching over to Daggy was the right move. He had to wait because of the redshirt rules. Coach Brown was thinking about our future. He knew that this year was, you know, just not going to be good. He knew that, and he didn't want to waste Daggy's year on this year. He wanted to save him, use the redshirt rule, so we could have him for an extra year. And as we can see, Daggy is pretty good. No interceptions, very efficient. He will lead us into the next couple of years. Now, for player statistics, Daggy was 28 for 38, 307 yards passing, and 1 touchdown. Again, running game, terrible. Letty Brown, 13 carries, 31 yards. On the flip side for Oklahoma State, the backup quarterback, Drew Brown, was 22 for 29, only 196 yards passing yards, 2 touchdowns. But Hubbard, the Heisman Trophy contender, had 26 carries with 106 yards. That's 20 carries less than he usually has. And this is the first time, this game is the first game that he's had that he has not had a rushing touchdown. 106 yards, one of the lowest games he's had of the season. So West Virginia did a lot of things that I thought that they needed to do. Hold Hubbard in check. They did. Couldn't completely stop him, and I knew that was going to happen. Turnovers, 0 turnovers. Final score 20-13. Kept him under 30. So they did everything that I thought that they needed to do to win this ball game. We just couldn't get it into the end zone when we had the opportunity. That will come with time. But the thing is, we're losing ball games close now. We're not getting blown out. There's a big difference in that. And also the upset against Kansas State. So once again, losses stink. But if you look from the beginning of the season till now, big improvements. Coach Neal Brown is the coach to lead us into the future. He's coaching our players up. They're playing tough. And now we'll get some skill with his recruiting classes. The thing that's getting on my nerves is the Fairweather fans that are acting like they know better than Neal Brown, like asking, well, why didn't they put in Daggy sooner? I'll repeat myself. Red shirt rules. He knew the season wasn't going to be a good season, so he was saving us. He was saving Daggy for the future. So all this criticism, yes, that's your right. You know, we're allowed to criticize and do the hate and all that stuff. But please know what you're talking about. Okay, so if you've watched this team from the beginning till now, you know he's a good head coach. You know he's coaching our players up. And it's not just the starters, it's the backups, you know, experience, player position, all that stuff. This will be a good team next year and the years to come. So keep the faith. And let's hope for a win next week against TCU. But if not, let's look to the future. This is a bright future for West Virginia. And as always, thank you for watching this video. That's all I got for you. And let's go Mountaineers.